The Who Would Win of the Week this week is Slimer from Ghostbusters versus Peeves from Harry Potter. Finally. Oh, damn, you ripped his whole fucking
I've really
ass
been
off.
rubbing him. My hands feel
Poor
gross.
guy. Yeah, those things are disgusting.
Yeah.
Anywho, a little ghost battle action, a little ghastly grappling. God, I love alliteration. Makes me feel like I'm Stan Lee in 1963.
Bang,
I've already
boom,
got...
pow.
What? Yeah, bang, boom, pow.
Wham.
Wham.
Nobody says wham anymore.
Nobody says wham anymore because George Michaels is dead. That's why. Now, Peeves versus Slimer. Let's get into it. Peeves, people might not know this.
Yeah.
Because
we
Peeves
should go
is
heavy into Peeves to start.
Peeves is the poltergeist that haunts Hogwarts. He's causing mischief. He's not in the movies.
And I don't really understand why they cut him out of the movies because Nearly Headless Nick, who, again, plays a big role but is in the movies, a lot of the other ghosts of Hogwarts are in the movies.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Moaning Myrtle, Ravenclaw, which, again, that's later and that's obviously a bit more important. But Peeves in the book does a lot.
He does do a lot.
Even in the later books, he helps protect Hogwarts in their fight against the Death Eaters.
Of course.
But he also causes a lot of mayhem. Like, he adds a lot of layers to different storylines, like when they're sneaking out at night and stuff like that. Like, they're not just throwing on the cloak, like, because Peeves goes nuts.
Yeah.
Like, he is a true poltergeist. He loves to cause chaos. And also, like, that's such a greater storyline when it comes to Filch. Like, Peeves and Filch is such like a...
That's a Tom and Jerry.
Yeah. And, like, you don't get that
Yeah.
in the movies. Peeves, he's clever.
He is clever.
Says funny shit a lot.
Yep. He says some other shit, too.
Yeah.
Oh, Potter, you rotter.
Yeah.
I'm like, Jesus
That's
fucking
funny.
Christ, Peeves. No, I'm like, you got to work
That's
on that.
exactly
You got to work
what
on that shit.
That's the exact line I had in my head when
That's
I said Peeves says
That's the
funny
only
shit.
Peeves line that I can remember.
Yeah.
Except for, that's the only Peeves line I can remember.
He has a couple other, like, hums.
Oh,
He
yeah,
sings
he's got a lot. He's got a lot of stuff.
Is Potter you Rotter during is that when they so there's two good times. One when they think he's the
heir of Slytherin.
The heir of Slytherin.
I
And
think
the other
that is
one
when he
when
says
he is in the
Triwizard Tournament. Yeah, I think it's in the Chamber of Secrets. So the difference here between Slimer and Peeves really is like Peeves is so mischievous, very clever. He's very conscious of what he's doing too, right? Like his base desire is to cause chaos at whatever it takes, and he's very conscious of this. Slimer is a purely how do I say this? Slimer is all about there's a really good way to articulate this that I cannot figure out.
Chaos?
No, Peeves. What I'm trying to say is Peeves is a conscious guy. He's consciously making every decision, whereas Slimer is all about just baseline like desire, I guess. You know, where Peeves is like id, which is crazy to say.
Peeves does it because he likes it. Slimer.
Like, I'm not sure if there's any real thoughts going on in his head aside from, like, consuming hot dogs and shit like that.
It's inherent thought. It's, like, yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't, it's impulsive.
It's impulsive. Yeah. Slimer's completely, God, it's going to bother me. I'll remember the good way to say this later. But that's the difference between Slimer and Peeves. So.
How much chaos does Slimer really cause other than, like, doesn't he throw up slime on people?
Yeah, it caused a lot of slime. Oh, he caused a lot of problems. In the first Ghostbusters movie, the whole reason they get called to the hotel where Slimer is at is because Slimer is like, again, different from Peeves because it's not like, Peeves will like unscrew the top of a salt shaker, right?
Yeah.
So that when you pour it, Slimer will just throw the salt shaker everywhere. So Slimer's like causing a lot of destruction in the hotel.
Peeves is like a prankster.
Yeah.
Slimer is just mayhem.
So, not only could he, because I think the answer to could he is yes, but would there be a large benefit to Peeves tricking Slimer somehow?
Peeves, that's the thing about Peeves, is methodical in what he does. He usually, his pranks are relatively thought through. They're almost always successful, and he usually is targeting somebody that he knows will get a laugh, like, from other people as well. Like, he doesn't usually target, like, the beloved figures. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's why. Who hates Peeves? The Baron.
The Bloody Baron.
Bloody Baron.
Well,
Well, Peeves is scared of the Bloody Baron.
Yeah.
But, like, that's what I mean. Like, or even, like, you know, Peeves loves to cause chaos for Filch because people know that they'll laugh at it. He loves, like, when people are walking down a hallway or if they're going to, like, an event, if they're dressed up to, like,
spill
pour
something
shit
on
on
them.
them. Or if they're running late to class, like, trip
'em.
something. Yeah. Like, that's his motive, but it's all very intentional. He does it for, like, his own humor, but he's very good at it. That's
True.
the thing. Is, like, except for the Red Baron and Dumbledore and maybe McGonagall, there's nobody that can really put him in his place.
Yeah.
I think that creates a huge problem for
Slimer.
Because Slimer is impulsive and just
Completely.
acts
He's
on
all
chaos.
instinct. He's all
He's
instinct.
gonna run. He's gonna see Peeves. Peeves is gonna egg him on. He's gonna run full speed at Peeves. He's not even gonna realize that Peeves has any type of contraption set up to trick him, lock him in. And that's the other thing about Peeves is, I'm not saying Peeves is like a super like malicious guy, but Peeves would lock him in a cage that he can't escape from, and he wouldn't just like, he would torture the shit out of Slimer.
Oh my god!
Like, and it might not even be like physical torture, but
Yeah.
like he would mentally torture this poor Slimer. Like, he would carry him around in this lockbox for years, decades, like centuries, maybe even. Just like, look at this little fucker I'm torturing, and like
Damn.
not feel bad, like just think it's hysterical. Yeah,
True. Yeah, Slimer. The one thing I
he
will
might even
say,
get to a point where he trains Slimer, and like Slimer is Peeves' pet.
this is so sad. This is making me really feel bad for Slimer now. He's kind of
Well,
a
Slimer's impulsive.
yeah, I know, but he can still be a sympathetic figure. The one thing I will say for Slimer, which is he's not going to win this fight because of
No.
this.
Yeah.
But guy's mad resilient. Like, he gets captured in the first Ghostbusters. He fucking shows up in the second one. He's in every Ghostbusters. He keeps coming
he's very
back.
Tasmanian devil-esque.
Dude, he is. That's a
Yeah.
great call. But of course, at the end of the day, I mean, I think we can lock it in.
Peeves.
It's Peeves. It's definitely Peeves.
Yeah.
I really like this battle because I think it shows kind of two ends of like a ghostly spectrum.
Yep, for sure.
But at the end of the day, it's kind of similar to like humans versus birds.
Slimer is like a ghoul. Like, I don't think Slimer was ever a human.
He was. Yeah, but
I don't know his
ghoulish.
backstory.
I agree.
Whereas Peeves is obviously a transparent human, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I already made the graphic for this fight, and I had to look up like an image of Peeves. So I got it from like the Harry Potter fan wiki.
Yeah.
It still looks weird. Do you remember Peeves being in the?
I think there's a picture of Peeves.
Yeah, because
small illustration at the start of a chapter.
Oh, there. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I could. I wouldn't have looked
No.
that good. The one I got was okay. It's in color and stuff. But we'll lock in Peeves, of course.
Yeah, lock that in. Vote on that on Instagram on Friday. Who would win of the week? Peeves from the Harry Potter books versus Slimer from Ghostbusters.
I really like that one.
Yeah, that was a good one.